Alright, so what we have here, basically the Demons of Chaos have actually, attacked me, or they declared war on me. So Castle Alexandronov, yeah, has no chance. I'll likely just have to resolve that siege there in the Tower of Krak, and then go back. And the Chaos Dwarfs are also attacking me, so of course they're going to be focused on Kislev for a while, so I can do some changes here. So, and the changes are basically that I'm still going to send Theodoric Gauss down. Yeah. He's looking good. He actually has... I haven't shown the skills yet. Other than Leader of Renown, it's fine. So, yeah. I can do something with that. And Magnus Klaus is just getting, has a nice army that he can give actually to Theodoric Gauss in some way or form. Some of the stuff. Sorry, just drinking some coffee. Yep, Gotrek, it needs to get rid of Icket Claw once more. I don't know if I'm going to show this one or if I'm going to auto-resolve. If it is favorable, if I get the ambush, I'll likely just auto-resolve with the reinforcements from Magritta. Nothing really too different, and I'm actually in full strength on this one, so yeah. What else? Yeah, that's a difficult army. I don't know if I'm going to show it. It will depend. I'll see if I manage the ambush. I'll see how well, because I have to skip a couple of forces, a couple of battles here and there. And overall, the map is looking good, especially over here. Look at all that rad. And this is the part where I actually start steamrolling, and I'll show you how to do that. And here we go, into the battle against the Tower of Krak. I really wouldn't need all of this, and he's getting one of my greatswords, so that's likely the one unit that will be defeated. And you can see all of these units. There's a lot of Chosen there, there's a lot of Halberds, a lot of Chaos Knights, but it's going to be an interesting siege, and I want to showcase a couple of sieges here and there. Okay? Never a better occasion than this. Let's go. And we approach. I got a couple of siege towers and a battering ram. Franz is taking some beats. And of course the Amber Wizard. It does have that nice mount. My cavalry units... Oh, there's going to be a little bit of lag, of course, because of so many effects. I'm pushing it a little bit more. So my apologies if it happens to be like that. I'm going to try to avoid showcasing too many examples of FPS going down. So my handgunners... hitting the enemy over here. They're not going to do a lot of damage, but I want the suppression. I want them to feel the pressure. There's a lot of Chaos Warriors, Chosen units, this wonderful beast here, some Trolls, tons of Chaos Knights actually. They look awesome actually now that the horses are an adequate size. And yeah, it's mostly Slanesh stuff. But there's a lot of Chosen, there's a lot of Halberds. I'll have to be careful here. So the battle plan, very easy, straightforward. I'm gonna go with a line of handgunners here. Just to pepper the enemy down with missiles. My flyers will actually take down the walls while my greatswords invade those. And of course I'll send the cavalry to the gate. And then we'll still have some reinforcements, of course. The enemy will hold down this area, and that's where we're going to fight. And of course, lots of reinforcements. Then I'll just send them to the battle whenever appropriate. Let's go. Franz arrives here, but just in time as my Amber Wizard made a flock of doom all over the front line. There's a lot of Chosen here, and you can see their stats are quite good, but they're weak enough so that my greatswords can actually do some damage. These explosions come from my Outriders, which is great actually that they can hit there. Yeah, that's a nice strike. The flyers do really well here. And now there's Azazel trying to come to the aid of the Chosen. Yeah, let's focus fire him, guys. At least trying to. The more damage I can put on the enemy general, the fastest, the better. And now my great swords. I'm gonna finish off the enemy chosen and chaos warriors here. Love the models, they're so well done. This is in effect because I'm buffing those great swords actually. Yeah, overall, it seems nice. And Karl Franz is just getting rid of Zazel, and he's getting hit by the missile troops below, which is excellent. Still got some ladders there. And this gate is likely going to be over very soon. As you can see, the walls are ours, actually. And I'm sending in... Oh, it's lagging a lot. My apologies. Because I told him to go there and do this. His bombardment ability is really cool. Yeah, as entering on the battlefield here, now there's a nice line of battle here in the middle. He's reinforcing with Chaos Knights and Chosen, and I'm... it's just a thick of things. Tons of Rakesgod fighting. They actually have bonuses versus large, and even the effect on the charge bonus. It's enough for them to deal with the infantry, so it's cool. Here's my great swords invading and getting a charge. Those are massive beasts. Look at that. That's not a horse. Yeah, take him down. Great swords can do really well, especially with just some support. They are buffed up a lot, so you can see the stats there. They're really cool. So yeah, I can survive, especially with the armor piercing there. That's a nice monster if I've ever seen one. But yeah, both of my demigryphs, these guys can do a lot of damage, these gryphs. And all my single entities are here. They're suffering a little bit, but they can cause so much damage just with their army abilities. And all my other units have arrived. I'm using the mortars really well. I cannot show you everything with how much stuff is happening. And I'm even going to send my wizard just to ensure that I can damage some units here. Oh, that's a nice effect. Just so that I can damage some units here and force the massive rout from the enemy as soon as possible. Yeah, bring him down. Yeah, they're starting to waver. Get him, dude. So I don't typically like to have a blob like this, but there wasn't a lot of room to do it or to just, you know, wait it out. That's why I sent in and tried to blunt force my way in. Especially if the unit's so buffed up, it works. Now this guy is gonna attack here, and that will be enough to cause the victory. And after the battle, yep, we got them all. There was one greatsword that was lost, of course, because they kidnapped it. But overall, very nicely done. I did lose a lot because of the towers from the handgunners. You can see that they took quite a lot of beating. But tons of damage done from everyone, really. That's well done. Well done, troops. Especially against such a, you know, a high chosen army, let's say. Defending a settlement. I was quite happy with the performance of the cavalry as well, entering the the place. And of course my mortar still did some damage. The cavalry still arrived. Most of it was useful, of course. Let's loot and occupy, actually. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I can get Ulrika. Or I could execute her. But no. Let's recruit her. Yeah, she's gonna be maybe with the Theodoric dude. I forgot I could get her, actually. Because this is before this campaign started before the patch where she showed up. Which is why I thought it maybe wouldn't be retroactive. Okay, buildings. Nothing military because this is going to be expensive. I want it to be defensive. And let me go. Yeah, because this is it's very poor climate. It's uninhabitable climate. Okay. I'll need some great swords. That's why I'm getting those Karabur great swords. They don't have a lot of stats, but they'll get them very close, very easily. Let's go Woundmaker. It's nice. There we go. Just distributing. At this point, it's where it's kind of moot where you select, you know. But just ensure that you do select those. Okay, I'm gonna go towards Castle Alexandrinov. Maybe I can conquer? Should I go corruption? Should I go into quartermaster? Okay, not a lot of units that are level 7. But I guess I could. I need that anyways. You know, they're about to reach that, likely with a couple of. Yeah, and there's still a couple of them in rank 8. So, what should I get? Well, I could use corruption as well. Oh. Do I want something for the artillery? Yeah, have some mortars there. I don't want strength of hardship. This won't affect anyone yet, but they're about to be affected, so it's kind of good. Okay, let's get earthing and let's get wind blasts, shall we? Or curse of the midnight wind? Let's get wind blast. And Hammer of Sigma, yeah, there we go. Stimulate growth, British troops, and let's go more melee attack or more melee defense. Yeah, melee defense. It's always what I focus. Let's get Zoychenk. Hopefully, I didn't check before. Yeah, there's an army there, but it doesn't seem like it will do anything. Let's just occupy normally. Yeah, it's cool. There's no point in doing that because it's going to be lost, definitely. But I think this army can deal with the one from the Demons of Chaos there. And they have a lot of settlements, so that's going to be a long battle. Balthazar Gelt is going to go over to the top, and that alone will help out. And I'll just gather these units here and give them their best troops and wait it out, and then I'll decide where to invade. While Gotrek is likely going to get rid of Ikit there once and for all, hopefully. Let's just get some buildings going. Anything that goes into income is good right now, and that's the end turn. Alright, so we're getting my troops to the front. Oh, Balthazar Gelt can go a little bit more, so can Rupert. In the meantime, oh, it crashed? Oh, okay. In the meantime, I hired a couple more heroes to give to these armies. I'll decide what these armies are going to be in just the next episodes, of course. I'll delete a lot of these units that are not necessary. You know, I'm not going to use those for late game. Gotrek defeated. It was an auto-resolve, actually. Just I didn't want to have to fight Ikit for the 5th time, I think. I still will have to want a siege of Skavenblight, but that is going to take a while. And yeah, I need to get Nujum there and Tobato, and only then Skavenblight. And then everything is kind of ours, and I think I'll go for Athel Loren and just defeat it. Yeah. So far, everything seems to be great. The dwarves are holding on, and I'll get a lot of fights here against the Chaos Demons and as well as against the Chaos Dwarfs. Alright. So that's going to be a nice battle, actually. There's only some blues in the settlement garrison, so there's a lot of single entities, some plague-ridden, some devoted marauders here. That's cool. The Brutes of the Hound, actually, that's nice. And Aquila, a spellcaster. So I think I have more than enough to deal with these guys, but I want to show you a battle against the demons. Let's go. Right. I have some specific spears there, some Knights Huntsmen with the Outriders on this flank as well, all staggered. Here's a Warrior Priest with some nice swords units. They all have different colors, which is so nice. Ooh, they're about to get hammered there. And, yep, mortars behind, as you can see. And some halberds on this side. Now, the enemy is massive, actually. It has a massive line here. And it's good because they're going to try and envelop me. So the toads over here, they're now armor piercing, so I gotta be careful with that. Some furies. If this was the other way around, I think I could defeat my army with this army, actually. But I wouldn't fight like this, of course. Yeah, lots of Nurglings. Some marauders here. Oh, this is a whiffed spell for me, I guess. More marauders, more plague bearers, and some demonettes. They have everything, actually. Some blues here, and even more toads and furies. Okay, simple battle plan. I just have a front line staggered, of course, and a missile line staggered as well. I could have put them slightly behind, but I'm planning to charge my units in. That's why I don't leave as much room. And then, of course, cavalry on the flanks. Only this one is melee. The other one is some outriders, but they're very good. Hopefully they can do it. Oh, nice attack there from the enemy. Of course, my single entities will do a lot of the necessary damage as well. Right, trying to focus fire on the enemy lord here. Mortars are just hitting the best targets. And yeah, this vortex just completely whiffs. It could fall in different directions. It followed the very worst one. Tons of Nurglings approaching to attack. Man, the physics, the animations on these Nurglings, they're so cool. Okay, Furies attacking as well. I think I'm targeting them with my archers. Yeah, even in melee, these guys, they're supported by some spears, so I'll just retreat them and shoot, and that will take care of it. And overall, it may seem that we're getting overwhelmed, but there's nowhere where they have actually broken through, and the enemy is losing on both flanks, which is always very good for us, very bad for them. These Reichsguard are doing really well against those toads. Blues shooting me, and of course I still have my magic, so yeah. You can tell that some of my units have defeated others and are now with their flanks to others, and there's a lot of units that are decomposing themselves now, so it should be victory very soon. I think these plague bearers are the last unit before the mass rout. Yep, there we go, victory. Alright, after the battle we didn't lose too much, which is excellent. You know, 200 men lost is nothing against the full army. That's the kind of ratio that we always want. And I'll just occupy it again.
What's the quarry?
And I get some plagues, which is never good. Let's go for income here.
Huntsman General.
The
men are keen.
I would love the abilities here, but I really want to invest on the red line and on the blue line as well. Okay, sharpshooter is essential now. Let's go for boost income. Yeah, why not? I kind of need that. And let's go for replenish troops and stimulate growth. That's cool. Overall, Karl Franz is just getting replenished here. It's great. Okay, we're gonna invest anything that gives me some income. And I think that is it for this episode as well. I'll do a lot of decision making in terms of the units that I want and the armies that I want, and then I'll showcase them to you. This will take quite some turns and likely will come after I've achieved long victory. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.